Hello, welcome to Bluebell Storytime Online. I'm Mandi Cantrell from the B.B. Comer Library here in Sylacauga, Miss Mandi. For the last few story times, I've been talking about the 6 skills that every child needs to be ready to read. This is the 5th one, and I want to talk about print motivation. Print motivation is the joy of and the interest in reading books. How can you do this with your child? Well, a lot of fun activities. First of all, just model the fun of reading. Enjoy the book and the interaction yourself. If you're reading with your children, make funny voices with the books. Maybe you can act out the book. Choose books that you like, which would also make it more fun to read. Number 2, keep children involved. Read books about subjects your child is interested in. You can read fiction and nonfiction. If they like trucks, if they like dolphins, if they like anything like that, something fun they would enjoy. And number 3, have a comfortable area for children and adults to share reading time. It's always fun to have them sit in your lap or sit beside you in a nice, fun place just to make it a great experience. Just remember, keeping reading and sharing books fun is very important. If the experience is not a positive one, children will relate reading to something negative, which will make them less likely to choose to read. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these few fun activities you can do with your children to help them get ready to read. All right, today I want to read Maya Was Grumpy. I want to thank the author and the illustrator, Courtney Pippin-Mathur, and Flashlight Press, the publishers, for allowing me to share this book with you. Maya was grumpy. Maya was grumpy. She didn't know why she was grumpy. She was just in a crispy, cranky, grumpy, grouchy mood. She didn't want to read or color or eat banana chips or wear her favorite shorts or go outside and play. The only thing Maya wanted to do was grouch around the house and share her bad mood. She grumped into Grandma's room and snarled at the cat. He just stretched and went back to sleep. She glumped into the living room and made faces at some birds. They just flew away. She clumped into the kitchen and grumbled at her brothers. They just glopped their food around. Finally, Maya thumped up behind her grandma and growled as loudly as she could. Feeling a bit grumpy today? Grandma asked. Maya just scowled. Well then, said Grandma, I guess that means no hunting for hippos after breakfast. Never hunt for hippos, Maya growled. And no putting your head in a crocodile's mouth before lunch. That's just silly, Maya grumbled. Bathing baby elephants would probably be a bad idea today if you're grumpy, Grandma said. Maya rolled her eyes. Certainly no tickling tarantulas until they giggle, Grandma added. Maya shook her head. A tingle in her belly tickled all the way up to her mouth, but she squeezed her lips into a tight line. I did have plans to slide down the neck of a giraffe later, Grandma explained, but I guess we can reschedule. Maya felt a wiggle reach the corners of her frown. And definitely no swinging with monkeys today if you're grumpy. A bubbly giggle escaped through Maya's lips. Swinging with monkeys might be nice, she said. And she gave Grandma a big hug. Grandma packed a snack and fixed Maya's hair. They all went outside to find the hippos, crocodiles, elephants, tarantulas, giraffes, and monkeys. And Maya felt much better. All right. Well, I'm glad Maya got to feeling better. And sometimes we all have a little grumpy day, but it's better not to be grumpy, but sometimes that happens. I want to sing a song about some of the different ways we might feel. We might be grumpy or sad or scared or even happy, I hope. All right, you probably know this one. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're angry and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're sad and you know it, wipe your eyes. If you're sad and you know it, wipe your eyes. If you're sad and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sad and you know it, wipe your eyes. If you're scared and you know it, hide your face. If you're scared and you know it, hide your face. If you're scared and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're scared and you know it, hide your face. All right, great. Now, the next book I want to read is called The Only Way is Badger. I don't think Badger was having a really good day either. I'd like to thank the author, Stella Jones, and the illustrator, Carmen Saldana, and the publisher, Tiger Tales, for allowing me to share this book with you. This is one of our new books. The Only Way is Badger. Deep in the forest, something wasn't right. Overnight, a wall had appeared, and someone had covered the trees with strange posters. Badgers are best, pondered Beaver. Be more badger, puzzled Bear. What does that mean? Everyone was confused, but not for long. I'm only telling it like it is, said Badger. Everyone knows that badgers are best. Really? Whispered the other animals. He sounds so sure, muttered Moose. He must be right. Of course I'm right, beamed Badger. As of today, I think you all need to make an effort to be a bit more badger. Hang on a minute, sputtered Deer. I'm only trying to help you out, Badger butted in. Look, I've made a list. Number 1, can you dig like a badger? Ready? Dig, dig, dig. It's no good, said Deer. These hooves weren't made for digging. Evidently not, agreed Badger. I'm afraid you'll have to leave. Leaves? Asked Deer. Badger nodded. No deer here, he chanted. No deer here. No deer here. I really think, began Moose. I agree, Badger interrupted. The woods are starting to feel more badgery already. Now, item 2. Badgers live in burrows, so if you can fit through this door, then you can stay. Easy peasy, said the smaller forest creatures as they skipped through the hole. But some got stuck. It's no use, mumbled Moose. I'm just too big, bellowed Bear. Sorry, guys, said Badger. You just don't fit. So bye-bye, Bear. Move along, Moose. Badger beamed at the remaining animals. You guys are doing great, he cheered. Now it's time for your best badger bark. So take a deep breath. And now, bark, snurf, ba-chew, squeak, shark, rock, rock. Badger shook his head. That was terrible. You sound nothing like badgers. I'm afraid it's time for you to head out. Hedgehog, Bunny, you're banned. And Beaver, you're a leaver. The rest of you, you're in. Badger admired the black and white signs, his shiny black and white door, and Raccoon and Skunk, both perfectly black and white. Ah, fantastic, he sighed. And then he spotted the birds, the bugs, and the butterflies. You're all too colorful, Badger shouted. Scoot, skedaddle, scram. And he shooed them all over the wall. Hey, cried Raccoon and Skunk. That's so much better, cut in Badger. This place is beautifully badgery. Raccoon and Skunk weren't so sure. Grab a paintbrush, buddies, called Badger. Let's get painting. If it's not black and white, then it's just not right. Badger painted away all day. Isn't this perfection? He smiled. But no one replied because there was no one left but Badger. On the other side of the wall, there was color and fun and laughter. Badger stopped. He was all alone. Oh dear, he sniffed sadly. Then he painted one last sign. His sign says, "I'm sorry." At last he understood. Badgers aren't best. Friends are. They are. Our friends are the best things, one of the best things we can have. Well, I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for joining me for Bluebell Storytime. See you next time.